restarting the call on your end. Yeah, just see what you can do if you can maybe crash out the browser and get it thumbs up. Thanks for joining us here on Thursday Night Gaming. I'm Ralph Hogaboom from Grace Harbor College. We are part of the esports program. Channel for Morningstar is Morningstar Res, and then for Blue Boxes, Blue Boxes. Please, you head on over there, so them to follow the chat. If my mods are there, I'm hearing. Yeah. Thanks, folks. Appreciate that. How's our audio now? Yeah, I'm getting. Thanks, chat, for pointing that out. I think I messed that up. Marcy, I still can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Chat,
or am I
can
still
hear you
silent?
now.
I can hear you.
There we go.
Excellent. Just a standard turn it off and turn it back on. Looks like it worked great.
I'm glad that worked for you.
Yeah.
Chat, is the music out of the way yet? I was getting some complaints from chat that I had the background music still going, cranked up too loud. Okay, sounds like it's better. Great, so let's start all over again. I'm Ralph Hogaboom of Grace Harbor College esports program. I'm joined tonight by Marcy Alstrom. Marcy, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. Glad to be here.
So good to be able to hear you. And then I'm also joined with Morningstar and Blue Boxers. How are you two doing?
Doing great. Excited for this.
Doing good.
Good deal. So Morningstar, I feel silly because I just said this, but of course the music was drowning out everything that I was saying.
Yeah.
Morningstar is actually a player on the Peninsula College esports team. They also have a varsity program, one that's doing pretty well actually. She's joining us here tonight to do a little bit of casting with one of her teammates, Blue Boxers from San Diego, California. So they both have Twitch channels, Morningstar Res for Morningstar, and then Blue_Boxers. And chat, if you can dig out those links and maybe paste them, some of our mods perhaps, paste those for people to be able to go ahead and follow those two. That would be super excellent. So Blue Boxers, have you ever done any casting before?
Not really. I did like a really casual tournament, like I think about a week ago. So this will be kind of my first time, basically.
Perfect. Good. So that's what we're doing here. The community nights, the Thursday night gaming is all about just sharing our love for gaming and coming together and doing what we can to sort of support each other and creating a competitive gaming environment. So yeah, perfect. All right, so we actually have 4 teams tonight. I think I can cut us over to the bracket. Hopefully without having the music come on and kill my audio again. Okay, yeah, I don't know how visible that is, but we've got Jetpack Cat, we've got Avocatos, we've got Pip Fans, and Team PogChamp. These are all 2-player teams, and Morningstar, your coach, Coach Morrow, is actually on Jetpack Cat with someone else. Would you? I mean,
yeah, with one of our other.
with
yeah,
another
it's
player?
both her and one of our other players on the team. So, I mean, I'm a bit biased, but I think they're going to do great.
Nice. So, I mean, how is she at Overwatch? Because she's a Smash main, right?
Yeah, but she's good Overwatch. I know she plays a lot of Lucio, so we might be seeing some Lucio tonight.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm going to take a check into our lobby and see how that's going, and I will leave the three of you with our chat while I get the game set up.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it actually looks to me
So-
like they're ready to go.
Oh, great.
Do we have a recommendation for a map? I guess I'll throw it over to you, Blue.
I think Castillo tends to be the go-to for these types of tournaments, just because it's not too long. People don't have to spend time finding each other, and it's not too much, cover that's kind of cheap per se, and it's pretty straightforward, simple map. So we get to see more of the skills.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it looks to me like we're ready to go. We are still missing one of our teams in spectate mode, but unless you two have any objections, I'm ready to kick it over. I do want to get back to Marcy here in a little bit and talk about some of the stuff coming up at the college, but I'd like to get into our first match.
Yeah, I'm excited to learn about Overwatch.
Sweet. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start the game, and let's kick it on over. Here we go.
All right.
So, any tips that you may have for me spectating, I would appreciate it. This is me working the spectator camera, and I will not say that I'm good at it. It's a beautiful map.
Trying to keep an overhead view is good. Probably more in the middle. You go forward a bit.
Yeah, there's a statue right where they are, right? So we're starting off, and I believe one team is running a Moira May, and the other one is running a Moira as well with a Sigma. So we've got one team with a DPS and one team with a tank. We'll see how this goes for them. And I believe
Looks
this
like they
is
found each other.
deathmatch mode.
It is.
Yes. So this is just about the raw kills right
Ooh,
now.
big double rock.
So they seem to be rotating around a bit, using the environment to their advantage. Team Jetpack Cat rotating into the avocados, using their abilities.
Nice ice wall block on the rock.
And the capture area is unlocked, so now it's become a fight for the point.
Yeah, Team Jetpack Cat has the advantage on the point right now.
The avocados
Nice
have
rock
to
on the
really
main.
get ready to push in using their abilities, but oh, it is just not fast enough. The point goes to Jetpack Cats.
So, in a single elimination, is this the full round?
I believe that was one round. Yes.
Okay. And so, I'm not an Overwatch person. Do we scrim again and we do? It looks like we are.
Oh yeah, it should go up to.
Oh, nice pick on the Moira right out of the gate.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna work out so well with Junkrat, as if he takes damage, he's not gonna be able to heal back up. So the only way he can turn this around right now is if he can get the Mercy. They have the high ground, and oh, the healer got split off.
Oh no, Jetpack
This
Cat got
might-
separated.
Yep, if Junkrat can find the Mercy first, but she manages to get back with Widow, so no sweating there. As they win the round. And I believe it is a best of perhaps 4 maybe? I'm not sure what the settings are. With the custom matches it can
So it's a really small map. It's really just right here, isn't it?
Yep.
We've got 2 Roadhogs this time with healer pockets.
One is an Anna and the other is a Mercy. So
Hooks are
Jetpack
out,
Cats
both
might
find
have the
nothing.
advantage with the Anna nades there, so they can anti the other team and they get no healing. But we'll see how it goes. She might also save those nades a little more defensively for when they're in a tight spot and they really need the healing. So we'll see how they do it. And there's a hook. But he drops. The Mercy is now separated. Can she get back to her hog? And she does. Using that bridge as cover, but here's the ante. And we'll see if Mercy can pull through or if that's kind of it. And there it is. Jetpack Cats win.
That was a huge nade from Lady C there.
Yep, that is I would say the winning play for that round specifically. Getting those purples are just always huge.
There's the purple, nice.
Yeah. There's no way to really heal that. You just kind of have to wait it out and hope for the best.
Oh, now Ralph, now we can't hear you.
Oh no.
Oh no!
This time it's my hardware button. Thank God it's not
It was
another
the
like
mute.
messing up my software. It's something like my idiot button. So so what did we see there from Team Jetpack and from Team Avocado? You know, what were the tendencies that you saw? This is double elimination, so we're going to get a chance to see Team Avocado again.
Mm-hmm.
What were the strategies? What did you see them happening? what was going on?
I see
One thing
that,
Jetpack Cat did is that... So you want to go?
No, you can go.
Okay. One thing Jetpack Cat did is that I believe they had a healer every round. They had a Moira, they had a Mercy, and then they had an Ana. So having that pocket, Lady C pocketing Siren, really helped them clutch out each of those rounds. The Mercy damage boost, the Ana nades, that really helped them just win those rounds.
Okay.
Yep. And I think they took also the more aggressive stance, especially with the Widow pick. There was definitely more going in for the kills first, and I noticed the Avocados, they took more of a defensive stance by picking more tanks more often, or like with the Mei with her walls and her abilities, it was more of a defensive stance, which sometimes works out, but just not today. And hopefully in the next round, they'll get it.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, I see one of our teams is missing. I don't see Pip fans here, so they may end up actually getting an elimination. I'm going to go ahead and update our bracket. So one thing that is worth noting, for the most part, GHC Esports here is just kind of a couple people that keep this thing going. Of course, my mods, Vision X, Selexa9 are absolutely fantastic over on Facebook for folks that are watching us there. We've got a couple of mods. Carrie, in particular, Carrie Collin is doing a great job. But something like a gaming community requires several people to run it. And if you're interested in doing some of the event coordination or participating with, say, like running this bracket for us on these game nights, it's just a couple of hours a week. And, you know, it really helps out. An extra set of hands is pretty great. As it is, I've been talking when I should have been updating that Jetpack got that round. Submit that score and say Jetpack's going to move on. And let me see if I can get in touch with our our other team. Marcy, this might actually be a really good opportunity for you to talk a little bit about some of the things that are happening at Grace Harbor College while I see if I can rustle up that team.
Yeah, absolutely. So it just so happens, well, it's always an exciting time at Grace Harbor College, but this next week is especially exciting because we are just opening our registration for the 2020-2021 academic year. So anyone that's been thinking about attending school next year, or maybe you're coming up to graduate from high school in the next couple weeks and wondering what your plans are going to be into next year, now is the time to get ready to enroll at Grace Harbor College for next year. So current student registration, that means if you're currently a Grace Harbor College student, you can begin registering for classes starting on Tuesday, May 26th. And then any new student can begin registration at Grace Harbor College on May 28th, which is Thursday. So we're really excited about next week. We're really excited to help current students continue on and be successful, and help usher new students into the college and help to orient them to the current learning environment that we have, and what classes are going to look like in the next couple months. So if you have any questions about that or how to get started, please come visit us. And when I say visit us, I mean in the virtual assistance lobbies. So if you go to Grace Harbor College's website, ghc.edu, up at the top of really every web page of the college is a big red button that says Get Virtual Assistance. If you click on that button, it's a really easy way to find some Zoom lobbies for different offices on campus. So when you get to that page, you can go visit staff from the Welcome Center, from advising, from the testing center, really all the different offices that you'll need to get in touch with in order to get started as a new student at Grace Harbor College. And we also have a few events lined up next week for new students as well. So beginning on Tuesday, May 26th at 10 a.m., we have a virtual open house scheduled that will be hosted through Zoom. And then later that evening at 6 p.m. on May 26th, we'll have an event called College and Career Compass, Start Your Path Back to College. That event's a great opportunity for anyone, really any new student, but particularly if you've attended college before and maybe never finished your credential. It's a great opportunity to learn about what resources are available for you to start your pursuing your degree again at Grace Harbor College. So those are two really fun events. You can find out more about those on Grace Harbor College's Facebook page, or again, you can go to ghc.edu, look up our campus calendar, and all of our upcoming events are posted on there as well. So we're really excited about the upcoming year, and really excited about any new and returning students that we have for the college. Of course, next week we have another esports event. What are we playing next week?
Next week's Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart 8. Awesome.
Yes.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. And if you want to get involved, as always, go to ghc.edu/ I want to say the Discord page, but I don't have. I'm screwing it up. Save me, Ralph.
No.
Save me, Ralph.
Yeah, this was a test, and you came so close to passing. ghc.edu/
I failed the test.
Also follow us on Facebook.
/esports.
Absolutely, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're at GHC Esports, and especially on Twitch. And we just got affiliate status last week. So if you've got an Amazon Prime membership, throw us a subscription. We'd super appreciate it. Thanks so much. And I think we're ready to go for our next match. Casters, shall we get into it?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, here we go. And it looks like we are on Echo Point. Eco Point.
Nice. This map has a lot more cover on it.
Yep, it certainly does, and it has a lot more paths for people to kind of rotate around. So this should be an interesting match. See where people go. All right, and so we have Pit fans with the Ana and the Echo. And Team PogChamp doing something a little more interesting, where they have the Soldier and the Sigma this time. So no healer on their side. The damage is already
They do have the
coming
self-heal,
out.
though, for Soldier.
Yep, that is right. That is probably what they're doing to compensate. Already, Echo picks off the Soldier. And now that the healing is gone, just have the Sigma. Will he be able to pull through? Ooh. He gets the Ana, but fortunately, it's not enough. As the Echo just mows him down.
And first round goes to Pip fans.
And already we're seeing different strats from teams here, seeing how they kind of pull off these things. And we see May Lucio from Pip fans and Team PogChamp running again a DPS tank combo. They do have to play a little more carefully this time, as they have essentially no heals. And they've already taken the high ground, which is great advantage for them, but are already rotating in. And ooh, the May is down. Quick thinking from the McCree with the flashbang. So now it's all up to Lucio. And we will see how it goes. What do you think, Morning? Will he be able to turn it around? Using his resources?
I always gotta root for the healers, so... being a support main, so we'll see if Lucio can clutch it out. Flashbang, oh yeah.
Alright, and that round goes to Team PogChamp.
Yeah, it didn't take long for PogChamp to come up with an answer for the Pip fans there.
Yeah, McCree was a good choice with the stun. That was a really big stun on the May there that let them get that first pick.
Couldn't agree more. Alright. So now we got Hog Moira versus Ash Moira. So now they are pulling out a healer. And they also got the sniper going on. So they're going for quick and dirty here. They've already taken high ground. They're looking... found each other. And we'll see what... Pip fans do. Oh, when they already got a hook off, the Moira gets to slide away with their fade. Great use of her cooldowns there. Good trade. Hog a little bit separated from his healer. Bit of a risky move, but they made back up with each other. PogChamp still dominating the high ground here. Not willing to let it go, as Pip fans try to figure out how to get him out of there. And the solution seems to just run straight into him. Ooh, what a nasty hook on the healer. That might just cinch him, and there you go. All right, Morty, what do you think?
Seems like a more even match.
Yeah, more even. Morty, what do you think,
I think
Team PogChamp has to do to kind of turn this around in their favor?
I think PogChamp, I think it's still a good idea for them to go with the healer, but they didn't. So Roadhog is a good choice though with the self-heal. And ooh, but versus our Mercy, this might be tough.
Tracer also has a bit of a self-healing if she recalls or uses her recalls economic, but as I say that, she's just out.
Oof.
Didn't even get a chance. That is unfortunate.
So the damage boost does when you get Mercy, it's easy to pick off the squishies.
Yep, it is such a deadly combo, but
oh nice hook on the Mercy though.
Hog almost gets to turn it around, but Mercy says no. And that would be it for this match. Pit fans win. Yep, that pharmacy, that is just a deadly combination in, I would say, essentially every mode, and that is just a clean direct hit.
Just a one shot. Oof. Yeah, not much you can do about that.
Nope.
Good round though. I think pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, that seemed much more evenly matched than the first one. Okay, so, well, I think we have our first lower bracket match now, the Avocados versus Team PogChamp. So I'm going to go ahead and get that set up.
All right.
Well, I'd love to learn a little bit more about Overwatch. Blue Boxers and Morningstar, can either of you maybe tell a little bit about how long you've been playing the game and like what are some common strategies for coming ahead in a match?
Well, I've been playing almost since the beginning. I started at the first event, and I think that's like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe. So I've been playing a while, and I've been playing with a bunch of different ranks. You know, from bronze all the way up to top 500. So I've gotten a feel for most games because each level kind of plays differently, and that's been for me the most interesting thing, just to watch how a gold player plays differently than like a masters or diamond player. So
nice. I actually don't know much about the ranking system. What does it take to move up in rank?
Winning games and getting points, basically.
Yeah. You just gotta play the game.
just hoping for wins. I think it's a lot easier for me personally playing with a team. Like, so what we're seeing now isn't typical Overwatch. Overwatch is generally 6v6, 2 teams of 6 people each, where you get 2 tanks, 2 DPS, 2 support. So yeah, and when you have a team that you play with, people that you communicate with and can like make calls and talk to, it's so much nicer and so much easier and so much less toxic than playing with just random people and like hoping for the best.
Yeah, sounds like a good way to form some friendships. It looks like, you know, a couple states away, as in your guys' case, right?
Yeah. We met through Overwatch a couple years ago now, but yeah, have become good friends.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've made a ton of friends through this game, so it's pretty nice. Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got Team Avocado and Team PogChamp ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and fire it up. I have turned off static maps, so I think this should make it a little bit more interesting.
All right.
I will point out now that of all of our teams, there's only one that is not cat-themed in name. Avocados, Jetpack Cat, and Pip Fans actually is named after a cat Pip. So, you know, that doesn't bode well for Team PogChamp, or maybe they'll be the outlier. Or maybe actually PogChamp is the name of a cat.
I was gonna say, maybe Pog sounds like a great cat name.
All right, so we have the Avocados versus Team PogChamp. Avocados seem to be running the good old tank healer combo, and Team PogChamp, as we've seen before, they're running the DPS tank combo, which has worked for them. So here's hope. They've once again grabbed the high ground. At least Soldier has. Sigma's taking a bit more of an aggressive stance, rotating in and out, trying to see if he can get a pick off that healer. She is very low, so she's gonna have to do a couple swings to do self-healing. She's going for it, but fortunately, the payoff was not that great. Luckily, Hog still has his own self-heal, So he can still make it out. He just needs to find a place to heal up, as he does, and he hooks the soldier. Soldier's a bit of a squirrely one, and he managed to just get away. So, see Hog backing up, taking high ground, but Soldier uses his ult to just cinch that win. I don't think, since this game mode is so condensed, we don't really see too many ultimates, which are kind of game-changing moves here. So that was a rare treat for us, especially people who are not too familiar with Overwatch, getting to see these ultimates here. Alright, so PogChamp's changing it up with like a healer DPS combo. And Avocado's still sticking to that healer tank strategy, but this time with a little bit of more DPS-y type of off tank here with D.Va.
And what does DPS stand for?
Damage per second.
So basically, it's a character who doesn't have a lot of health, but they have a really high damage output.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So if they can be protected by a healer, they can be pretty lethal.
Yeah, if you put like a tank in front who takes most of the damage, and a healer who heals, then yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep, and as we can see, McCree just kind of tore right on through the Ana, and then he went back for the D.Va. All with the support of his Moira. So we can see that damage, when properly pocketed, is just... it can be absolutely devastating, especially with a pick like McCree.
Very true.
I've heard you say Moira a few times as well. Is that a character name or?
Yes. Yeah, Moira is one of the healers in the game. She is, yeah. She's out here right now on one of the
she's
what
Bruiser is playing. So yeah, all these characters have names and backstories for the most part, and the Moira is taken out very quickly by the Echo. Echo's kind of a must pick right now. Oof. Yeah, that's that right there just displays Echo. Just kind of what Death Throw Pup was playing. It just kind of shows why she's a bit of a must pick these days. She just goes in and just devastates the enemy team with all her utility.
Very nice sticky bomb.
Very good use of her cooldown.
Great accuracy on those sticky bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, let's have a look at our bracket actually and see how that is shaping up.
Yeah.
So we have, looks like I need to hit the save button to get that up to date. Oh shoot, still not updating. Clearly, I need to improve my bracket technology. Another reason I want volunteers here at JHC Esports. Okay, so looks like we're all the way done with round one. Jetpack took Avocados. Avocados dropped down to the lower bracket. Pip fans took Team PogChamp. So Jetpack Cat and Pip fans will be our first in the upper bracket rounds. And then in the lower bracket, Avocado took on Team PogChamp and was defeated. So Avocados is out. Thank you so much again, Cassie and Bruce. Cassie is Cupcake Princess, Cupcake Pirate, who is probably one of my favorite community members at GHC Esports. She's 12. She turned up for our Smash Championship and did a fantastic job. Community came out in support and loved her, and I look forward to seeing more. And you know, like a couple more years, I will be saying, "Hey, we got this esports program. Come on over here and be one of our players." You know, 12 maybe a little bit on the younger side, but hey, get here as fast as you can, Cassie. We need you. So we are about to head into the first match of our upper bracket. Jetpack Cat versus Pip fans. Before we jump into it, I'm wondering, Morningstar Blue, do you have any thoughts? Like, what are we going to see going into this?
You know,
Not
I
everybody
think.
at once.
Sorry, I think both of these teams have been playing a healer a lot, which is really good, especially in this mode. You want to have one healer, and I believe both have also been doing a tank most of the time, a tank plus healer combo for both of them. So I'm expecting that to come out again. Yeah.
Yeah, and Pip fans did have that kind of very destructive Pharmercy, the Farah Mercy combo going on in one of their rounds. I'm curious to see how that goes. If Jetpack Cat, if they're able to counter it or not, or if it's, just wrecks them. Because that is a tricky combo to go up against, especially in a 2v2 situation.
Yeah, for sure. Might want to try running some hit scan to try and counter that. Anticipate it.
All right, well, it looks like our teams are loaded. So we are going to head into the first of our round 2 upper bracket games right now. And it looks like it's on, what map is this?
This is Ilios. Ilios Well. So we might be seeing some
really
Lucio, some Faras. Yeah. This is Boop Central. So we're going to be seeing, hopefully, Hogs, Lucios, Faras.
Yep, we're gonna
we got
see a lot of people go down that big old hole.
Is that literally a bottomless pit?
Yes.
It is. So characters who have boops, who can make other players move back, are really strong on this map, because you can just send them into the well and say it. Bye-bye.
Yeah, so
is a boop an actual, strategic move, or is that just like a colloquial term?
It is a voice line in the game that we see Lucio right now, and he says boop, and he can boop. So
I love it!
I'd call it a term.
I love it. I love it.
It is interesting they aren't running the Pharmercy this time, Pip fans. Instead, they are just going straight for the boop strap. They're very familiar with this map, but seems like Jetpack Cat is also familiar because they're just staying away from that hole, but unfortunately that raw damage was it.
It was smart to rotate away from the hole, but unfortunately that Farah damage output is a lot.
That seemed really fast to me.
Yeah, but now as per rules of the game, they're no longer allowed to pick those characters, so this will go a lot more interesting as they don't have the go-to boop characters. So Pip fans are running the DPS healer combo with a new healer we haven't seen yet, which is Baptiste, and with the Genji, which is a combo you don't see very often in the main game. Might work out. Meanwhile, Hog Anna for Jetpack Cats. We will see how this goes. And right away, Pip fans had to use the Immortality field, which is a field that prevents characters from dying to kind of like save himself from the Anna Hog combo. So they're trying to get the jump on them using their abilities. The Immortality field is out again to try to see if they can just push in and get a pick, and as I say that, they get the Anna. Now let's see if Hog can make some space for himself to heal and turn this around, and he's able to get the Genji and heal up. So this will be a very tense, interesting fight as the point does also come out, so it'll be a matter of who can dominate the point or get the first kill. So we will see how this goes.
Let's see if Hawk can get a well hook. Oh, he misses. Unfortunate. He's gonna have to contest the point now.
Oh, and he gets
Got
that
the hook.
And his ultimate to kind of do a little victory dance on that one. So I would say this round's already looking pretty even. Both teams seem to be very familiar with this map, kind of know what to play and what to avoid. Let's see, Pip fans are bringing out a Zarya. This is very interesting. I don't see those too often in deathmatch or eliminations. And Jetpack Cat has the Lucio McCree combo. I'm wondering if they're thinking of stunning and then booping into the well. What do you think, Morningstar?
I think that would be a really powerful combo. It's a good character choices on their part.
Yeah.
Oh, Lucio looks like he got separated from the McCree.
And that was detrimental. And oh, Anna gets a sleep off. And they take care of the McCree. No chance of turning that one around, unfortunately. They saw that coming and they were just like, no thank you, we would like the win today.
It was an unorthodox combo, but it worked out really well in their favor.
I have always found the maps in Overwatch to be really, really pretty.
They are very pretty.
Very well done.
Yeah, I want to visit this place. I want to go on one of those cruises. That's what I want.
I mean, I look at this place and I think it looks like they have fantastic food.
Oh, yeah.
Totally. Looks like both teams have the Mercy pockets this round. Great minds think alike.
Yeah, and what's also interesting is that they both play what are kind of the damage characters are kind of considered like alternates to Pharah. Like Junkrat's called Ground Pharah, and the Echo sometimes even favored more than the Pharah when it comes to the Mercy Pocket combination.
Now this is interesting. I'm seeing Pocket League is actually going Battle Mercy here. They're still flying to Lana Del Rey, but they got they switched damage boost now, but they had the gun out and they were going Battle Mercy for it.
Yep, they're just trying to get the kills quick, it would seem, to just make this over as quickly as possible. Maybe they
Battle
need to
Mercy
get
gets
dinner
the last
or something.
pick.
But yeah. I will say, I think that Jetpack Cat did make kind of the smarter move to try to hide in that area for cover, since Echo's so aerial. I just don't think they expected the Battle Mercy to come in from behind.
Yeah, I don't think anyone expected that, but it was a great move.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not necessarily following everything that I'm seeing, but I like what I'm hearing, which is that people are trying slightly different, combos of characters, and really thinking, okay, we've got a couple of rounds to try to figure out what are their strengths, how can I exploit them, and how can I ultimately overcome them. That sounds like classic competitive gaming to me. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at our bracket here. And it looks like we have, Pip fans, of course, took the last game, which means they are now headed towards the finals or I guess you would call these quarterfinals, in the upper bracket. And we have Jetpack Cat versus Team PogChamp up next. I think we're going to do this match and then maybe take just a short break. But let's see if we can get our folks ready. Actually, I'm going to turn it back over to the three of you here while I get our teams in the next lobby.
Sounds great. So we have one more round or two more before the finals?
Well, I guess actually Pit fans won the upper bracket. So now they need to beat whoever comes out of the lower bracket, either Jetpack Cat or Team PogChamp, and then that's actually your final.
So
we moved
one
through this
match and
pretty
then we
quickly.
have the final.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Very cool.
Let me get my PogChamp folks in here. So, folks, if you're watching this and you're thinking, hey, this looks like fun, you're right, it is. And you're thinking, I want to be here. You're right, you do. This is the place you should be on Thursday nights between 6 and 8 o'clock. We do this every Thursday. We're doing Mario Kart 8 next week. Would love to have you sign up. Head over to ghc.edu/esports. You will see a link to our events. In those links, they have the link to the registration forms. But honestly, the easiest way to get in touch with us is through our Discord. If you head to ghc.edu/Discord, if you don't have an account, go ahead and sign up for one. They're free. It is a chat and voice messaging system. It's a lot like a web forum or a bulletin board, but it's so much quicker in real time. Another way to think of it is it's a lot like a private Facebook group. But it's really where gamers connect and where they hang out and where they match to each other again to play games and ultimately form teams and friendships like our two casters here today. Speaking of which, we have Morningstar and we have Blue Boxers here with us today. Casters on loan from us, in the case of Morningstar, on loan to us from Peninsula College, our great friends at Peninsula College Esports. Morningstar is a member of the varsity team there at Peninsula College, and you can follow her on twitch.tv/MorningstarRes. And Blue Boxers is her sometimes teammate from San Diego, California, at twitch.tv/blue_boxers. So mods in chat, if you could throw out some links again, let's get these folks some follows and some subscriptions possibly. Marcy, before we head into the penultimate match of the night, is there anything I'm forgetting? Should we be bringing some other stuff up? Like maybe if there's some students watching, something they might want to know?
The biggest thing on my mind right now is the fact that registration opens next week for the 2020-2021 year. So if you're a current student and don't have a plan mapped out for what your classes should look like next year, now's a great time to do it. If you're a new student, please go to ghc.edu and visit the virtual assistance our virtual assistance lobbies. Find out some more information about how to get started at Grays Harbor College. We also have a few events next week for new students, two particularly on May 26th. So go to our campus calendar on our website or our Facebook page. It's at GH College WA on Facebook, and find out more about those events there. I guess the last thing I'll remind everyone is Monday is Memorial Day. So please don't try and visit us in the lobbies on Monday, or you can try and find us, but no one will be there to answer. So I just wanted to remind everyone to enjoy your long weekend. And if you haven't already, get your FAFSA done. It's really important that everyone finishes their financial aid application as they're planning for the next academic year. So long weekend, at home, no excuse to not finish your financial aid application this weekend.
Absolutely. All right, we have the penultimate match, Team PogChamp versus Jetpack Cat. Let's get into it, folks.
All right. And
yeah,
this is
exciting. Looks like we have Peninsula College versus Peninsula College players. So this is going to be
yeah, it totally is.
Real match for bragging rights here.
And I will say it is interesting because I do believe that Jetpack Cats, they play more on the smarter end, kind of countering, but PogChamp plays, I would say, a lot more aggressively, especially with like the tank damage combo that they
definitely
seem to favor. So this will definitely be an interesting match, and see how Jetpack Cats kind of try to figure out how to counter this. And as we start out, we see PogChamp with the Mei and the Zarya combo. Again, Zarya is a very interesting pick, as we don't see her too much in these elimination type matches. However, Ryan and Anna are sort of a go-to combo as well, and as I say that, the Ryan gets walled off, but he does manage to escape the wall, and
nice.
a nasty sleep.
Oh.
Huge sleep, anti-charge. That was great teamwork from their side.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, Jetpack Cat. They play smarter because they do these kind of combinations, and they really work well together. Like, wow. I would say very tight-knitly, you know.
Yeah, I would agree. And Zarya actually would have worked well there with the bubble. She can cleanse the purples. But in that case, with that insta-sleep purple charge, that was just a whole lot of cooldowns that worked against them.
Yep.
I don't know if you can see chat, but not Twitch chat, the Overwatch chat, but it's pretty great as the players are hassling each other.
Yeah, it's showing up on stream.
Having a little fun with each other, a little friendly competitiveness. So now they got
friendly smack talk.
Little Jetpack Cats are running a double DPS combo, and they're both hit scans, which is not so great for the Echo, but hopefully the Sigma does enough to kind of protect her against the hit scans. Yep, and there goes the McCree and the Ashe. Oh man.
Yeah, going double DPS there, it's high risk, high reward. So it could go really well if they land all their shots. Otherwise, it can be easy to just get wiped out.
Exactly. Yeah, the Echo did a really good job playing with her Sigma, using the shields to her advantage in the last round. And now we have the Ryan McCree combo versus the Mercy Widow combo. So this will be a little bit tricky for the Jetpack Cats, as Ryan has a pretty big shield, and they essentially have no shield, having to use the buildings for cover. And say that PogChamp is trying to rotate into the Widow to kind of close the gap there, to try to see if they can pick on. Oh no! An unfortunate timing. The shield leaves the McCree vulnerable, and he is down. But oh, Mercy gets caught out, but she manages to find Widow quickly.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Our Jordan moved just a little too far out, so McCree was without a shield, so he got picked.
And he tries a Hail Mary charge to try to turn the match around, but unfortunately it just was not enough.
While they're picking their heroes for the final match, I just want to say thank you to chat for being tolerant with my camera angles. I am learning how to be a camera operator in Overwatch, and nobody has called me out on that, so thank you. Much appreciated.
You're not getting roasted. That's great.
Yeah, that is great. That was my goal for tonight.
Yeah, it's a win.
Alright, so Jetpack Cats, they're running Lucio Hog, while PogChamp is running Soldier Hog. Now, Jetpack Cat might have the advantage here because they're able to use the Lucio speed effect to just kind of rush in on the other team. But ooh, that separation can be detrimental because all PogChamp needs to do is get a hook on that Lucio, and that might be it for them. But oh, they're able to get that hog down, and that went by so quickly.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, at the end there, Lady C is a Lucio main and Siren is a Roadhog main. So I am not surprised that they were able to really clutch it out there with their comfort pick characters that they're very good at.
And as we can see there, Lucio gets a pick on what could have been their problem, and Hog comes in and cleans it up.
Very nice teamwork from Jetpack Cat.
So that actually takes us to the final match of the night. We are just barely below the top of the hour. I want us to take just a short break while I get those teams in the lobby, while I see if there's any special requests for, map settings, anything like that. So I'm going to send us to an intermission. Folks, please don't go away. We've got the final match between Pip fans. Actually, let's take a quick look at the bracket. Pull this up here. Oops, wrong button. There we go. So looks like we need a refresh. So we have, this has been a pretty good bracket. Jetpack Cat and Avocados. Jetpack Cat took the lead there. Then their fight against Pip fans, they dropped down to the lower bracket, which was where Avocados and Team PogChamp was. Team PogChamp, of course, dropped down to the lower bracket right off the bat. They fought their way through that second round, but Team Jetpack Cat was just too much. And coming back up, Pip fans has been on top the entire time. They have, I don't think they've, yeah, they did. They played Jetpack Cat in round 2. So this is actually a rematch. So because it's double elimination, that means that Jetpack Cat is going to have to defeat Pip fans twice. They will have to defeat Pip fans once, and with the full deathmatch, and then again in order to cinch it. All Pip fans needs to do is win this first match, and they are the grand champion winners of Thursday night. But with that said, any last words before I go to a quick break?
We love you, PogChamp. You did great.
Cool. All right. Well, just a few minutes, folks. Please stick with us. Thursday Night Gaming. We'll be right back. Good evening. Welcome back to Thursday Night Gaming here at GHC Esports. I'm Ralph Hogaboom, the GHC Esports coordinator. I am joined by my co-host Marcy Alstrom. How are you doing, Marcy?
I'm doing great, thanks. Excited to see the final round.
Me too. And then, of course, our two guest casters today. Thank you so much for coming out and for helping us with this game tonight. Morningstar and Blue Boxers. So we're here. We're at the last match. It is Pit Fans versus Jetpack Cat. What are the predictions? What are we about to see? Morningstar, what do you think we've got on the table here?
I know Jetpack Cat has been running a lot of the tank healer combos. Siren is a tank main, Lady C is a healer main, so I would expect to see more of that. From Pit Fans, I believe, did they run the Pharmacy Blue Boxers?
Yes, I believe they were the ones that yeah.
Yeah, their Pharmacy has been really strong. Their DPS has been very strong. So, yeah. It might come down to, healers on both teams and healer output.
All right. Well, let's see if your prediction. Oh, so sorry.
Yeah. I agree for the most part, but it is interesting to keep in mind that Jetpack Cats, they seem to really kind of pay attention to the enemy team, and they seem to like to adjust against that. So it can really be anyone's game at this point. It's a matter of the healers, and it's a matter, I think, of just getting the smarter picks and kind of trying to read the enemy team at this point.
When you say read the enemy team, do you mean between matches? If they take somebody out, trying to guess what strat they're going to go for next match?
Yes. Yeah, like
Gotcha.
Who are they going to pick?
Okay, well, it looks like we are on Oasis University. We've got all of our players set and ready to go. Let's get into it. Let's see who is going to take this final match here at GHC Esports on Twitch.tv.
All right, and so this map also has a pit, but it's not quite as deadly. So there's a little room below, so people can use that to their advantage to kind of try to escape hairy situations. And I see that Jetpack Cat starts out with a Soldier Moira, while Pip Fans, are doing the Echo Mercy combo. So we will see how it goes, because Jetpack Cat does have the advantage of having the hit scan. That Mercy pocket's always does well for our flying friends here. It seems like Jetpack Cat has rotated underneath. Try to see if they can get a surprise drop. But, ew. And the res
comes out.
Oh. But they lose the Mercy. It's pretty even at this point. But Echo's not looking too good. With half health, she has to play at a distance. And she has to play smart if she wants to get that Moira. Because you can see the Echo's trying to keep her distance. She doesn't want to get any damage from the Moira. Ooh, that orb damage combo. Getting self-heals while doing some damage.
Yeah, that ability to self-heal really clutched it out for Lady C there.
Alright. And so Jetpack Cat's running that Mercy Widow, which has been doing very well for them. But we'll see how it goes against this Lucio Reaper combo, which could work out for them as they can just speed up onto them very quickly. And they get the Mercy. And Widow is down. Yep, that is a great strat from Pip Fans there, using that speed to just jump on the Widow and Mercy, because Widow needs the space to take her shots. So closing that gap definitely is what got them the round. Alright, and so we have Jetpack Cat with the Lucio Hog strat, and Pip Fans with the McCree. Brigitte both have stun abilities, so this might not go too well for Jetpack Cats. They have to keep somewhat of a distance, and ooh, a great hook from the Hog takes down the healer, and it's just McCree to fend for himself.
Oh.
And another hook. Kinda seal the deal there. Now, Morning, what would you say that Pip Fans have to kind of pull out to kind of turn this around for them?
You know, I'm not sure. I would say Moira is a really good choice for them here. Sombra is a bit unconventional, but I could see with the Ana and the Ryan on the other side, hacks could be really useful to take away Sleep Dart, take away Nade, take away Ryan Shield. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah. Right now they're just trying to get rid of that shield to get to the Ana there. She already uses her nade to keep herself up. So they're forced in sort of a more defensive strategy right now as they back up. Pip Fans kind of rotate up to get high ground. And Jetpack Cat's taking that opportunity to just kind of back off, regroup, kind of heal themselves up, try to kind of re-strategize because they're up against some pretty fast people.
Hack comes out on the Rhine.
Yep, and the Ana is down. Ryan is hanging on by a thread, and oh, the Orb and the Sombra. Yeah, that was unconventional, but it really did work out for them.
It really did. Those hacks really helped them. Like you said, Jetpack Cat was really forced on the defensive there with a comp that would usually be more offensive. So when the hacks came in, they really had nowhere to go.
Alright, so Jetpack Cats know that the Sombra is not going to be an issue, nor will the Moira, so they run the Ryan Ana again. And Pip Fans, they're running the Hog Ana now. They're probably both looking to just get purple, get the enemy team purple so they get no healing, and just kind of run them down. And the Sleep's out with the Fire Strike, but Anna's backing Hog up, so not too much happens, but they're able to push up a little bit with that. Ryan's trying to play a little more aggressively. Seems like he felt that the defense was kind of not that great, and here they go, just running past the Hog. Oh, to charge him and lower him, kind of block him off, but they're now purple. Luckily, they do have that Ryan shield to kind of protect them until they're no longer blocked from healing. And now that the capture point's up, Pip Fans have gone, but ooh, the hook on the Ana. This might be it. Oh,
both
and now
Ana's
it's the
out of
tanks
the
versus
equation
the
now.
tanks.
Oh.
But as soon as it seems like they were gonna turn it around, they were just too quick and managed to finish off the grind. And I believe that is that's it. Right? Where do they go again?
If I recall, I thought Ralph said that if PogChamps won, they had to win twice. Is that right?
That shouldn't have been PogChamp. I think I have the team names incorrect.
Yeah, I believe that was Pip Fans.
That was Pip Fans that won that. So they pretty decisively won. They made it through without a loss. They made it all the way through. Let me pull up the bracket here, and I'll show you what I mean. So that last match, even though it said Team PogChamp, it was actually Jetpack Cat versus Pip Fans, not Jetpack Cat versus PogChamp. So I had updated the titles incorrectly on the match. That is what the issue was there. So updating the bracket, submitting the scores. We have our winner. It is Pip Fans. They did a fantastic job. Let me pull up our final bracket here. It was absolutely a sweep. See, look at you go. You're using all kinds of esports terms. So, as you can see, Pip Fans, it was just a clean progression. Every team that they stood against, they took them out. Why was Pip Fans successful? I heard over and over again you talk about like a strange combo or an unusual combo. What was going on there for that team?
I think they just kind of correctly guessed what Jetpack was gonna pick, and they just worked that to their advantage. Like, they knew what heroes were still on the board, and they seemed to kind of already know what Lady C and Siren play, and they just kind of already knew the combos of like the Widow Mercy, and they really paid attention to the tournament, and they definitely used that to their advantage.
Yeah, Morningstar, do you have any other insights about what made Pip Fans wind up being our winning team tonight?
I just noticed they had really good teamwork. They worked really well together. They were just like in sync. They had good rotations together. And again, and I've been saying this a lot, but those healer pockets are so important. And they did that a lot with having a healer pocket, a DPS, or a tank. And that really worked in their favor.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you, and thank you too specifically so much for joining us tonight. Again, this is Morningstar from Peninsula College or from Port Angeles, Washington. You can follow her at twitch.tv/MorningstarRez. That's REZ at the end. And then we have her occasional teammate and friend Blue Boxers from San Diego, California. Also at twitch.tv/blue_boxers. Please head on over there, give them both a follow, and chat. Can we see some applause gifs or some emoji or something? Maybe some hearts for our two casters for coming out tonight. Thank you so much for being with us, and everybody at home who's watching, thanks so much for being here. I also want to appreciate my mods, Vision X and Celexa09. Both stepped up to the plate in a big way tonight. Super appreciate that. And a shout out to Cisco Kin, Talina Madison, for handling our event registration and for our event coordination tonight. Couldn't do it without the help of all of you. If you're watching and you want to get involved, now is the perfect time. If you're watching on Twitch, go ahead and follow us or subscribe even. If you've got Twitch Prime, that would be fantastic and would help us out quite a bit. You can also follow us on social media at GHC Esports on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, and here on Twitch. Excuse me. You can check out our website, ghc.edu/esports. There you can find out about upcoming events, like we've got Mario Kart 8 coming next week. Marcy, I wanted to tell you I've got a couple of events that I hope to announce next week at the Mario Kart tournament that I think are going to be pretty exciting. Stuff coming up this summer that I can't wait to share with you all.
Awesome.
And last but not least, if you want to join us, there is a recruitment form on the ghc.edu/esports website. Drop us a line. Let us know you're interested. Let us know what title you want to play. We've got 4 varsity titles coming this fall: League of Legends, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Rocket League, and of course, Overwatch, what you just saw here tonight. Not the deathmatch mode, the full team versus full team mode. and we'll be bringing you some more of that this summer as well, as we're going to keep on doing our Thursday night gaming all summer long. So, thanks again to everybody. I really appreciated specifically our two casting guests tonight. Thank you so much for coming out, and that does it for us here at JHC Esports. Have a fantastic night, and we'll see you next week, folks.